Hello everyone, welcome to the current session. In this session, we are going further into the modeling at Fusion 360 in which we will use Revolve command for developing and making the model. Also, Autodesk Sketchbook is used to making the sketch of the bottle and then it is modeled in Fusion 360. So, as I told you in this session, we are covering few of the other commands available in the Fusion 360 modeling. So this is the workspace. In the previous session, I have told you that we will be using any of the sketching software or manually pen and paper way to draw the sketches. So this is Autodesk Sketchbook, which I am using for the current session. In the today's session, we are going to develop a model using Fusion 360 Revolve command. So go to new and layout or file will be open with the layout shown here. Click on new and then workspace will be there where you can draw the sketches in sketchbook. So number of options are there similar to the other softwares like this one, crop, transform, then paint using flood fill, text insert can be done by this way, then a ruler, ellipse, French curves are there, brush palette is there, color editor is there, Copic library. If you want to make a steady stroke, we can use these predictive and steady strokes. Then size or type of pencils can be changed using this palette. These are the erasers, hard and soft, which we can use. Then smear, blur, and sharpens are the other things. And this is the rotating wheel, which is used for making different features like files, edit, colors. So this is the other way of using the tools. Tab way, floating wheel, and palette. From there we can change the colors as well. So let us start making a sketch. So revolve is basically used for making objects which have symmetric around the centroidal line, like a bottle, like a cup, and cylinders, spheres, any of the object which is equidistant from the centroidal line can be drawn. So in this example, we are using a simple bottle design, which is a circular one you might have with you, like this bottle. So this is a cylindrical shape changing at this neck position. Head is there. We are not making the cap and threads here because it needs further clarification and specification. This cap is also a cylindrical one. We can draw this as well in the future classes. So right now we are only drawing the body of this, not giving the color and other themes, etc. to this bottle. So let us start making the sketch of this bottle. Pencil is automatically selected. We can use the mirror one so that a front view can be generated. It can be about vertical symmetry or horizontal symmetry. So let us draw a line. Before that we can use this steady stroke for the neck portion. So as you see, this stroke is smooth, but if I directly draw it without this, then this is like this way. So smoothness is not there. So whatever be our requirement, we have to use the particular tool. If we about vertical, then horizontal is also there, smooth curve. So vertical, horizontal, both symmetries are there. So let us start drawing the object. Distance at the neck can be set as say 30. So if this line is selected. From this way, smooth curve is head is drawn. From there, we can make predictive stroke. Zoom in by wheel button of the mouse. Make a smooth curve, and then again predictive curve for the main body of the bottle. So it is not a smooth. Press shift button and now draw a line like this. Because we have made horizontal as well as vertical symmetry, that's why it is using or making this curve. We do not require these bottom lines, so we can remove them using eraser. So by this way, these can be removed. Anyways, this portion is basically we are not using for our designing. So if there is something which is still there, it is not going to hamper our designing. Zoom it. select pencil, and now we have to join this using a smooth curve. So we can off the mirror command, steady stroke, predictive stroke is better here, zoom it, and from there we can make a smooth curve like this. So outer shell of the bottle is almost done. Now we will make this upper portion show the cylindricity here using this way, and show cylindricity here as well. One more thing is there that it has this bottle has a thickness here, some thickness. So it is around 1.5 to 2 mm. So we can give 2 mm thickness to every portion. Oh, okay, the mirror command, so that we do not have to draw lines twice. Of the mirror command, predictive, from there not, we need mirror here still, so that we can make the smooth curve, join them appropriately. Then here we again use the predictive one. Mirror is still on, but if we can off it, we have to just ensure that it goes throughout the portion. So by this way we can complete the sketch. So this is the bottle which we are making in Fusion 360. So its sketch is almost done. Let us give it dimensions using text command and steady stroke. Take the length of this bottle as using T. Right. We will using this font as a Arial and font size 24. So height of this bottle is approximately 10 inches. So let it be 10 inches or 250 mm. So 250 mm is the length or height of the bottle. Let us take diameter as diameter at the bottom or maximum diameter is around 80 mm. At the neck, diameter is taken as around 30 mm, and length at the neck is around 25 mm. So let us take it 20 mm. Let us take, and height at the neck is taken as around 50 mm at the neck. So as I already told you, we are taking thickness of this bottle as 2 mm. So let us give bottle wall thickness T equal to 2 mm. So this is the sketch we are making in Fusion 360 and then model it to make a bottle. We are not giving the color and other text written on the bottle. We are just giving the appearance and shape to the bottle with the given dimensions. So we can save this file and save at the appropriate location. So go to Fusion 360 to start making the model. Click on Fusion 360, create new sketch, select the appropriate plane. Here we have taken front plane and start making the sketch of height around take appropriate height, but you can take anyone. So after taking this, press enter or okay. Now making this curve portion of the neck has two options. Either we can use spline or we can use arc. So let us take center point arc. This center point arc can be drawn from here, first arc, and can be or can be drawn from this position, second arc. So these two arcs are there. Next we will join them so that in the future case we doesn't have any issue with this. So as you see, this curve portion is not smooth as we have drawn in our sketch. So what we have to do, we have to apply the constraints like this tangent. This arc should be made tangent to this, and this arc made tangent to this. Also, we have to move their centers along the same vertical line. Still, it is not smooth. Why? Because these portions are at different positions. So what we can do, we can align these points with the center lines. Now it is smooth. Next, we need dimensions as well as the center line about which we are going to revolve it. So click on line, centroidal line or center line. From origin, start a line and give the dimension appropriate so that it is above the bottle. We may have to drag it for giving the dimensions. If you do not do it, it is also okay. So press D. So dimension tab is activated. Give the dimension from center. It is 30 mm and this is 80 mm. So height of this neck is 50 mm and that of total we have 250 mm. Now it goes beyond. So this is now the bottom point of the bottle goes below the origin. So what we have to do first, we will define these two that they will be horizontally aligned. We can't apply over constraint geometry. Make these two equal. These these two arcs equal is the first way of applying the appropriate constraint, and then we can do one thing that we will make this bottom point equivalent to origin. So now it is completely defined. One layer is there, thickness not provided till now. So what will we do? Now we will do one thing that we will use the offset command. So sketch curves are these. We will offset by 2 mm. So this sketch is completed almost, but we have to close this wall. Otherwise, let us check it. Finish sketch. If this sketch is open till now, we haven't closed it. So let us see what will happen if we make use of revolve command. So it is asking for profile, not able to select any of the curve. This center is already selected because, or otherwise we can select by clicking here. But if we have to click on profile, it is not taking. So what we have to do? The remedy is double click on sketch or right click and edit the sketch and close it because it is open at both position. So press line, it is closed at the bottom and now we will close it at the upper portion. So now this sketch is closed and you can see the change is light blue. So it can now have the possibility of revolution and other changes. So finish sketch, go to revolve. Whoa, it is already selected. It is already taken the centroidal axis. Sketch we have selected and automatically this revolve palette took the different features. But somehow it doesn't take, then what we have to do? Unselect these two, asking for profile. So profile in our case is this one. Asking for axis. So this is our axis. So the bottle is made by revolving. At the bottom it is open and we doesn't want it to be open at the bottom. So now what will we do? First, let us do some revolve feature observation. Then we will close the bottom face by editing the sketch. So in this, as soon as axis and profile is selected, other options are activated and shown. Because initially there are only four options. We can project the axis, profile axis, and projecting of the axis, then operation as a new body join, cut, intersect, or new component, like we have seen in the case of extrude feature. So now select profile and axis. So we can select this axis as well. Other thing is made. A plate or disc has been made. So as soon as we change the axis, different things are made. Because whatever is the possibility, it will try to revolve. So bottle making, other options are activated, partial extend type. If we want to the partial revolution instead of 360 full revolution, we want it to be 180-degree revolve. Then we have a half bottle or half revolution. We can drag by handle as well to change the extent of revolution. Then two object, if there is another object, then we can revolve it to that object, which will be a subject for higher and complex bodies. Then third option, full revolution. By default, it is activated. So in the case of partial, we have other options. We want one side, two side, or symmetric. We can do this. Say 90-degree symmetric. So we have half portion, 90-degree from there, 90-degree from there. So 180-degree. Two side, we want revolution by different angle along clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. We can do this. So as per requirement, we can do and use different tools. So initially new body is created because there isn't any other body in the model. If there are already one or two body or component, then we can join, cut and intersect these two. So let us make it full because bottle is a full object. Okay. So as you see, the bottom is open and we want the bottle to be a closed one like this. Timeline has two things, sketch and revolve feature. So go to sketch and let us close it. Go to home button so that we have our initial position where we have made the sketch. Now you can see in the home button, this there isn't any sketch portion. So we have to make this sketch. Go to rectangle, make a sketch like this. Its dimension is 80 mm like this. So give dimension of 40 mm, no need. And height, we want a thickness of 2 mm, give it a value of 2. These are the extra portions. We can use them or let us see what will happen if we do not remove them. So now it is still showing as hollow and empty. Bottom portion is open because in the case of edit feature, we haven't chosen this. And now you will see that the bottle is complete. So, as per requirement, we have made the bottle, but this is a wrong practice because our sketch is like this one. So, what will we do? Go to sketch, double click, edit sketch, and trim these portions. And now it is a single smooth curve. Close it, and you will see the single smooth curve. The both can be used for making the model, but this is the correct approach. Either you can make the sketch like this, half of the sketch, and then revolve it, or you can do the way I have done, that I have made first this, show you the error that it is open. So if you want the bottom face bottle, you can use only this portion and you do not require this horizontal portion. So let me check another thing, that how it looks like in a section view. Do you know what is section view? Section view is basically a view in which we can seek the inner details of the object. Press OK, go to inspect, section analysis, and now it is asking for cut plane. So we will cut it from either this way, flip it, so we are able to see the object in a half portion. It is still a full object, but we are viewing it for our easiness to see the inner details of the object, how it looks like from the interior. So this is the interior walls of the object. Still it is not the exact one, but from initial purposes it is okay. So as you see the inner details of the object, these lines are known as hatching lines. They are used to show the section views, that the object has been sectioned. And here we have the section view analysis. If you do not want to see this section view, just press on the eye and hide this section view. If you again want to see it, press this, highlight it, activate it, and then you are able to see the section view of the bottle. You can give the fillet to this as well. So go to modify, fillet, and give it a value of 2 mm. Fillet command is given at the interior of the bottle in the inner side, so that we have a smooth transition. See this. Next step is to save the file. Press OK. This is example number 9. This is example number 9. Bottle using only bottle is okay. So this is our ninth example using revolve command. So we will save it as example 9 bottle. Save into the appropriate command. If your project folder is different, then choose this appropriate folder. Fusion 360 appropriate approach, for innovative approach for solving and designing using Fusion 360. So this part is completed. We have saved the file. Version 0 is there. You can see the versions from this portion. Go to home button, your appropriate learning Fusion 360 folder, whatever project folder you are saving the file, you have to click it, and then version 0 is there. It file may have different versions, version 1 or version 2, so we have to open whatever version we want to see, that I have covered in the different class. Thank you for watching the current session. In this session, we have used revolve command of the Fusion 360 for making the model of a bottle, which is sketched in the Autodesk sketchbook. You can use pen and paper as well for making the sketch of the bottle. For practice, you can see any of the circular and cylindrical objects available nearby you, make their sketches, and develop their model in Fusion 360 by taking this exercise as a reference. With this, I would like to thank you for watching this session, and also I request you to please share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also take the opportunity to learn.